Hey guys, today I'm bringing you 3 games in the Route 251, and these are games that I thought would never happen. When I first got this tank, it was mostly because I drove it on stream, and it's a bit like a Dracula, it's just fun to drive. But I generally really sucked at it, so I didn't think that I would ever ace it, but because I had it on my main account, I knew I kinda had to ace it eventually. And then these games happened, and they made me so happy, because even though I miss a shot there, I realized that with the enemy team mostly being behind somewhere, I can brawl with this route and see what happens. I'm generally really forward in this tank, which often doesn't go well, which is probably why I don't generally get along with this tank that much. But over the last couple of weeks I've been doing pretty well, and I'm actually quite proud of the games that I've been having, even the ones that aren't the ones that I'm showing you in this video. So, one enemy down, I'm gonna go after this dude, only I don't have the gun depression, so I need to peek out quite far before I can actually shoot him. But he's so busy emptying his magazine on another tank that I actually get another shot in, but because I'm moving too much and I don't aim properly enough, I actually hit the wall there. But then he's pulling back and he's giving me lots of time to do quite a bit of damage into him while he's reloading. And the biggest reason that this tank and I don't get along that well is because it has no armor. It can have some troll bounces, but generally anything that shoots you will pen you and will hurt you a lot. Now, the dummy up there is done reloading probably, so I'm not gonna peek out anymore, especially with this pig shooting me. And I miss another shot, which doesn't really help, and I only have 2 HE shells left. So I peek out, he shoots me, I shoot him, and he actually apparently has a clue how to aim, so I need to be a bit more careful with that. At the same time, I need to get him out of the way as quickly as I can. So I decide to use the rubble as best as I can and actually bounce a shot before I kill him off. But then he has his friend, which was the guy that I was shooting at before a lot, that is reloaded and just waiting to kill me. But now he's pulling back, and if he'd actually waited for me to peek out, he probably would have killed me. But he's the last guy there now, so I know that if I pre-aim, I can just shoot him and kill him off and get the kill that way. And even though I thought this game was pretty awesome, I didn't quite expect that to be an ace. And I think that's mostly also due to supremacy and everything, that it just pushed me over the edge and let me get an ace. And I'm so happy that it happened, because like I said, this was not a tank that I expect to ever ace. And that's the thing, it happened again. And this time I was tuning with Synodium, who's like the superest unicornist ever out there. And normally he's the one that gets aces when we tune, because then I probably noob and I die, and he doesn't, and he carries and he does tons of damage, get tons of kills, lots of reses, and then he wins and aces the tank. So this was quite unique in that way as well. So with him flanking around a little bit, I'm actually looking to see if I can shoot someone over the plane, which can be a great position if you have enemies in your side and if you actually aim properly and don't bounce a shot. But then we have the glacial quite near here, and I figured that we need to get him together. So we push in and I get a shot in, and then the guy is going after Philip and I aim at his butt and I kill him off. And then I'm not sure where to go, because there's tons of enemy near the base, but then we should probably pick out the ones that are alone, which is the J Panther 2 over there. So I'm going this way and Philip is going the other way. And I managed to bounce another shot on the guy, but now he's actually showing me his full flank, so even though I'm moving, I keep my tank steadily enough to actually shoot the guy. I get another shot in before Philip kills him off. And then we have the low over there, which is alone as well, because the rest of the enemy team is near the base in the center of the map. So we figure, okay, we're both fast tanks, let's go. And that, I find, is the funniest thing about this whole tank. It's so freaking fast, and that doesn't always work to your advantage, because you can slide and go on way too far, but it can actually be really good fun. So now I give Philip the space by hanging back a little bit, because Lou is focused on Philip, and he actually kills him off. Well, not him, but someone else does. And I'm alone against Lou now, and then I shoot him and I kill him off. And I know that I need to use the buildings to keep the IS-3 from killing me off, because, well, he has a lot bigger gun than I do, and his gun can hurt quite a bit. So I'm actually out of sniper mode at this point, just to see where he's looking at and what he's doing, because I don't want him to shoot me. But I have friends, and now he's actually looking the other way, so I'm gonna go after him. And by then he's looking at me, but he actually misses a shot, which means that I can just go in there and start circling him and be annoying as I can and try to throw his gun so that he can't shoot me. And I shoot him, and then my teammate kills him off. And at this point I notice that I'm actually running quite low on my AP. And that's because I generally carry about half heat and half AP in my tank, because I never want to get into the position where I need to use Pramo to shoot a heavily armored tank, and I don't have enough of it. And I don't actually mind that much that it does less damage, because, well, I know that, so I can take that into account when I go after someone and I shoot mostly Pramo. But in this case, it would actually be nice to have more AP with me. But yeah, you can't know that beforehand. So I load HE into this guy and I shoot him. And then I get another one into him and he bounces on me. So that's 2 shots for me against none of him. Well, technically he did shoot me, but he didn't do any damage. So I get another one in. And then he's hugging the building like that, and I know the TD is behind there, so I need to be a bit more careful. And then he does get a shot into me and it actually damages me. So I need to be a bit more careful. He gets another shot into me, but he has the TD behind him as I expected. But now he's almost dead, so I need to be careful. But then Philip says that the TD was not looking at me, so I can actually use that to my advantage, kill the guy off, and then start bullying this poor T28. And at this point I'm actually shooting heat, because, well, I've run out of AP officially. And I go another way just to see if I can shoot him from there better. Get another shot in, and then probably need to get behind the building again on the other side. And now I get called a heat noob. Well, he's technically right, because that is what I'm shooting. And then Philip actually tells me that I can pen the side of the tank with HE, which is nice, but then he gets killed and we finish the game. And I had a blast with it. Just the fact that the enemy calls me a heat noob, that was funny on its own. But the fact that this was an ace, and it went so smoothly and so sweetly, and it was just a lot of fun. And since I hadn't actually edited the other game into a video yet, I figured I should add that one as well. But then we got this one. And at this point I think I've kind of figured out how to drive this tank. It's not an easy tank to master. You need to relocate a lot, and that's not something that I'm very good at. So I'm going where I usually go and starting to learn generally where not to be or where to be. And I get shot quite early in the game, and I think that this is going to be one of those games where everything just goes quite poorly. So I get shot and he gets shot as well. So I know that I need to be more careful, because I've already lost well over half my health. So I want to get damage and get some kills. And the Leo is actually pulling out of my way now, so I can't shoot him. And this guy is luckily focusing on someone else, so that I can actually see if I can maybe push in. But then they have 3 full health guys there, and I'm like, nope, I need to be elsewhere. And this is where I have changed. I've learned that if that happens, I need to just pull back, go elsewhere, do other things, and see what I can do. I mean, I have to do the most that I can before I die. But with the other guy out of my sights, literally, I'm gonna go after these guys again, and I get a shot into the Super Pershing. The Super Pershing, after this game, called me a camper, and then I explained that this isn't camping when I'm like right next to him. And then he called me other things, and he is very special. Now, if any of these guys actually bothered to look up and shoot me, I would be in big trouble, because, well, I don't have any armor, I don't have that much health left. So now the Super Pershing has decided that I need to get killed. But he misses and he shoots the earth instead, so I don't mind that. And then he comes up again, so I just generally pull back. Because, well, he can do whatever he wants, which is, I don't want to die. So I look on my left side again, and then I have 3 damage there. Because they're not looking at me, I can get shots in. And my teammates are keeping the other guys behind me busy, so I know I've some free damage here, so I just get shot after shot after shot in. And it's just really good fun, because I like doing lots of damage. Now, one guy is dead, and then we have the other one, and he just stays there again, where I can just shoot him a lot. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. And that's something I can still definitely learn from this tank, because even though I'm looking around and I'm sort of changing position to do other things, I'm still not that good at reloading, so I really need to just get the hang of that more. I set the Super Pershing on fire and I kill him, which is probably one of the reasons that he got so salty and so mean to me. But that's okay, you all get salty people in the game every once in a while. But it was just really good fun this game, and even though this guy is gonna shoot me, I'm gonna shoot him before he does me, and I kill him off. And that's the end of the game. And I still have lots of bad games in this tank, but I like that the games that go well is where I drive smoothly and I change around and I do other things that I wouldn't normally do, like reposition or just basically be in the enemy's face but be a lot more careful. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be seeing you guys the next time again.